Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. We are back on the dev server and we're having a look at a new helicopter that is coming into the game. This is the AH-64E. It's one of three new helicopters which are turning up, but this one is probably the most unique out of all of them. Yes, it's an Apache, as you can see, so it has all of the Apache factors, but this one is also an improvement over the previous ones. You can see here, you have the AH-64A, and then the D, and now you have the E, which is in this part of the tech tree. The American helicopter tree is probably one of the most healthy ones out of all of the different ones which are around, and that's because of the fact, well, America just makes a lot of helicopters. BVD did also talk about another Russian helicopter turning up, which might be interesting to see at some point, but who knows what's going to happen with that one. So with this AH-64E, what is the difference between this and the D? Well, its internal systems and also its access to a new weapon, which I think a lot of American players are going to be very happy about. Number one, it has a simple updated X-ray, which is really cool, with all the flight controls, with all of the different avionics blocks, where if you destroy different ones, it actually annihilates different parts of the machine. It has the General Electric T700 GE701C engines, which should be an improvement over the previous Apaches. And then also, it has, of course, the little gun in the bottom, the chain gun, the M230E1 cannon, which has a different sound now, which I will actually just show you really quickly. But basically, a lot of its internals look the same, but many of them are upgraded compared to what was here before. So here is the gun sound. Oh, maybe not. So you can see that it has a very much different sound compared to at least its predecessor. And then also, you may see something different when it comes to the wings too. Now, this one is a little bit different in terms of how its pylons are set up too. So what it has is access to 4 hard points, but then also on the sides of this, as you can see on the X-ray, it has these IRCM blocks. Now, if you have a look at like other stuff, such as like I believe the AH-64D, it doesn't have this IRCM block on the side. You have to kind of be able to mount stingers on it, which means that you can actually bring up to like 16 Hellfires, plus you can bring the stingers on, or you can bring these additional kind of countermeasure pods, which are on the side. Whereas with the E, what they've done with it is now it's just IRCM blocks. So I wonder if this thing will get access to DIRCM or not. We'll have to see. At the moment, all of those systems aren't present on the vehicle. You only have the more. So what this means is you have, if you want to bring the Stingers, or the ATAS as they're known, you have to actually put them on pylons, which would also be used for stuff like ATGMs. What is also nice about that, though, is you get better ATGMs. So right now, you're able to get 8 of them, and these are the AGM-179 JAGM-MRIR. Why can't we go back to just having fun names for things? But this is a new missile that is coming into the American tech tree. And you know how there's a lot of other vehicles, especially helis, that have fire and forget weapons, or, you know, other aircraft, airplanes that have fire and forget weapons? Well, the American helicopters are also having a bit of fun with it too. This is an IR-guided, IOG-guided missile, which means once you lock onto a target, you fire it, you forget about it, and it leads itself into the target. This is a huge upgrade over the standard Hellfire, which has a laser guided mode to it, which basically means that what you have to do is you have to sit on the target as you sit the laser on it. Then the missile follows the laser and hits the target. This obviously can get broken up by LWSs, and also at the same time, smokes or people realizing what's going on. It takes a longer time for you to kind of sit there to be able to keep the laser on the target. Whereas nowadays with this, you don't have to. You just have to go bang, 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 and then you're good to go. This vehicle also gets access to the APKWS missiles. These are something that's coming not just to the helicopter, but also to a lot of airplanes in the American tech tree, and also the standard Hydra 70s, plus the HE versions of those rocket/missiles too. And of course the Stingers, like we talked about the other day. So your loadouts could easily be 16 Hellfires, or it could be 8 of these new AGM-179s, along with some Stingers, which I think is probably what people are going to get. You also have a bunch of different modifications, including the optics for the vehicle, and also just a higgledy-biggledy set of stuff, which I think will probably get a bit more ordered as time goes on. Looking at the different factors that this vehicle has access to, it actually has a pretty powerful radar, which is the AN/APG-78V6, and also an RWR, which is also very good, the AN/APR-39AV4. Remember, when it comes to a lot of these factors, though, things could easily change, especially with its LWR, its MORE, and also stuff like its auto CMs. This thing only gets 30 countermeasures, which is incredibly low for a vehicle like this. It also does have some dampening, though, on the engines, but still, only 30 countermeasures seems incredibly low for this type of thing. So basically, what you're getting here is just a vehicle which can take off, fire all of its ordnance at the enemy, sit down again, and do it over and over and over again. This is the standard way helicopters play nowadays, which is pretty crazy. You can see the quality of the thermals is pretty nice, and then also, once you see the targets, which are right over here, you can just bish, bash, bosh, and fire and forget them all, and just hit everything as it goes in, if the trees aren't in the way, and you can just keep bonking, and just keep hammering, and just let them all fly, just like you would with everybody else. Let's just stabilize the sight there, so I don't miss any. So yeah, they basically just fly by themselves and go in, and you can actually follow them in. They actually do kind of fly like Hellfires. I'm guessing they generally are set up in a similar way. They either go low to the ground, or they go high and then go hammer in and just smash the targets as you go. And it's pretty crazy that, you know, they're designed in this way. And it's just another vehicle that has access to this just insane amount of really, really good weaponry, including not just that, but also the Stingers to keep it alive. So firing those off and hitting things, and then of course the gun too, which probably won't be used as much. So for me, when I have a look at a vehicle like this, what I see is something pretty simple. I see a vehicle which is a continuation, an evolution of what we've seen before in terms of the game, where what you have is you have way more firepower, you have way more ability to be able to survive, because you can basically just hammer everything else as it goes. And you can see there the MBTs that we set on fire. But what you can do is bang, and then bang, and then bang, and then you can just go and, you know, take cover. Or if you do one and then take cover, one and then take cover, and one and take cover, and just keep doing that over and over again, what you'll eventually do is take out everything. So this will be really good on certain maps, and it'll be really good when there's not AAs around the place, and it'll just mean that your survivability will go kind of through the roof. And if you are a person who understands the radar really well and how to use it, and then also understands, you know, how to use the ground radar, working out where people are, it's also going to be fantastic for the vehicle too. So generally, this is a big upgrade. It's another step towards just insane different munitions that different people have. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.
I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.